guys, thank you for tuning in today. I just wanted to do a quick video about how I do my brows during this quarantine. I do still have to go into work, which I'm not complaining about, but because of that, of course, I need to have my brows on. And with that being said, I have heard from a lot of people that they were wanting to know how I do my brows. And so because of that, I figured I'd come on here and kind of show how I just do it quickly before work. I'm actually getting ready to head out to work. And that way you guys can all see. So if you want brows looking like so, then definitely stay tuned. I'll go ahead and I'll attach photos of what it also looks like outside in real life and not just here in these videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, so to get started here, we're going to use the Maybelline Tattoo Studio pomade in black brown. I found that this is a great pomade to use during this time of quarantine because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to use expensive brow pomade when I'm not really doing much anyway besides going to work or running to the store. So I just showed an eyebrow brush that I'm using, and I'm going ahead and first I am outlining my eyebrows, and then from there I'll move on to filling the brows in. Now what I find is important here is to be very light when you are filling in the front of your brows. We're going to go ahead and create a natural fade from the front of the brow to the end of the brow, but you always want to be light-handed to start with, otherwise you'll have a lot of work to do in the end. So as you can see here, I'm going ahead and I'm using now the spoolie part of the eyebrow brush to go ahead and blend it in, really focusing on the front of my brow and then just carrying that through the ends. The reason for that is I always like to keep my ends dark, but my front at a natural fade. Of course, while using the spoolie, you may rub off some product, which is why I go back in as necessary and reline the front. Next, I'm going in with my Tarte Amazonian Clay. This is in color Rich Honey, I believe. I was trying to look for the actual color, but I couldn't exactly find it. I use that and a brush, and I go ahead and just use a very minimal amount to kind of conceal any errors I may have made, as well as create a defining line for under my brows. The reason why I like to use this Tarte Amazonian Clay is because, one, you know, we got to save our coins, and this was a foundation that I bought and it was actually a couple shades too light for my skin, which then made it the perfect color to highlight under my brows for a more everyday use. I use a different color if I'm going for a full glam, but for everyday use this is pretty perfect. So you just want to go in and you want to try and get as close to your brows as possible without, of course, ruining the shape that you have already identified. And just work on blending that into your foundation that's already on your skin and blending it out and upwards. So once you have completed blending out kind of the concealing parts of your eyebrow in terms of just making sure everything looks well defined and natural, you're going to start working on the front of the brow and the center near your the bridge of your nose. The reason why is because you don't want there to be an awkward disconnect between the two brows. Next, we'll go in with the NYX Control Freak. This is a brow gel. It's a clear brow gel. For me, it's one of my holy grails. I find that this brow gel hangs on all day long. My skin is oily combination and it likes to look like chicken grease once we're a couple hours in, so having that real firm hold at the start of the day leaves to a nice comfortable hold at the end of the day. You're then going to go ahead and go in with that same brush that you used to conceal, and you're just going to push all those hairs down that we initially pushed upwards with the brow gel. And what this does is it creates a very natural look for your brows. It gets everything in order and kind of gives it this fierce without this kind of too fuzzy of a look. So if after going in with the brush and concealer for one last time to push the hairs down, if you start to realize that some of the hairs look a little haywire or different directions, then I'll go back in with the spoolie. The reason for that is because, as you guys can see here, it kind of gave me like a look as though I had my eyebrows microbladed, and that's the exact reason why I like to push my brow hairs up. And this is the final look in daytime. I understand that my lights were a little bright in my bathroom, so I wanted to give you the full look. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.